Welcome back to the Arizona Daily Mix. You know, in this pandemic, everyone is looking to further their education. They're looking to be that great entrepreneur. And why not join the Genius Group? And that's where Roger James Hamilton comes in. I got thrown off, Roger, because wow, look at you. You look amazing. Didn't I say people, no good-looking people on camera with me? And look at this guy. He's a genius and good-looking.
Well, very good to be here.
So, Roger, let's talk about this Genius Group, because right now, as we said, people are looking to move the needle further in their lives and in their careers.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is one of the biggest things that I realized when I traveled first out to Asia, and I was in Singapore from England. And I realized that, to really learn how do you go about starting from scratch if you don't have a job, how do you go about starting a business if you don't know how, there wasn't a lot of learning at the time on what we could do. What we've actually done since I tried to solve my own problem is go out and reach now over 1.7 million entrepreneurs around the world who are all part of our community. And really, it's not just for adults. It's students at school, it's primary school students who all come on board onto our platform, connect with our different faculty and learn, well, what is it that actually allows you to do the things you really want to do in life and actually get paid for it at the same time.
Yeah, and you said right there, the younger group is really the ones who are showing us older group that it's okay to take those chances, it's okay to do that. And that's where you come in, because I'm going to say this, I'm going to get in trouble, I don't care, but you're not the stuffy guy with the suit and the tie on standing there and telling you how to do the business. You're the rock star of this Genius Group, and you're the rock star of the entrepreneur world right now.
Well, we're seeing the most, I mean, I'll tell you who the rock stars are. They're the kids themselves. And it's those people who actually say, you know what, like we may be in the middle of a pandemic, there might be a jobs crisis, an education crisis, but we just ran something called the Young Entrepreneur Academy, where we had kids who are like 7, 8 years old. We had teenagers, 18 years old. We had families come on board and actually run one of our challenges where they came up with their best business ideas. And because we're global, that means someone in America can connect directly with mentors as well as with other students in India, in Africa, like all over the world. And it's such an exciting time that while many of us are locked at home and we can't travel, we can travel the world, right? Just by being with the right people in the right community.
Yeah, and your Genius Group actually sets up those people to be successful through the different ways that you bring them together. Because I have to say this too, is that a lot of people, yes, they've been watching YouTubes, they've been thinking they get into the courses, but your course in this group actually connects those really young entrepreneurs that are growing, that are moving fast, compared to having someone who is maybe been there for a long time and just trying to get ahead there a little bit. But this is really the groundbreaking of what we're going to be seeing going in the future.
Yeah, I think so. I think the whole of education is changing so rapidly right now. I don't think anyone enjoys sitting at home, speaking to a teacher or their classmates through Zoom, for example. But what we do is we get people together in teams. We have challenges which last maybe 2 weeks or 4 weeks. When everyone comes together, there's prizes to be won. We just did one for like $50,000 to put an investment plan together. And we had kids actually learning how to invest in property or into cryptocurrencies. And so it's like it's like gamifying education almost. But it's doing it in a way where we don't start with the information because we know it's very difficult to get engaged nowadays when there's so many things taking our attention. So we start with the individual. So we have got a passion test, a purpose test, a talent test, which we call the genius test. And when kids or even adults do this, they go, oh, that's what would actually excite me if I was doing a business or had a job which was actually making that difference in the world. And so because they then have a much more self-awareness about themselves, they can then connect with other people that have that same passion or that same purpose. And because we have 1.7 million people, it really does mean there's thousands of people who are very similar to you in other parts of the world that want to work together with you and learn together with you as well.
Yeah. Roger, there's something else that I like about this Genius Group is, and that you guys are addressing the debt that these college students are starting to have as they go further. And you guys, like in this group, are helping them to understand that and where they can actually find a job to take care of that debt.
Right. Well, actually, this was where the whole idea started from. I was on Necker Island with Richard Branson. He runs these programs for entrepreneurs. And
I'm sorry. Drop that name again one more time. Can you drop that name?
The island or the person, right? This was what was really interesting because Richard Branson, who many people know is a British entrepreneur and a billionaire, when we were talking about education, and I was saying, isn't it crazy that so many people go to education, especially as you get older, like you go to university and you end up with all the student debt. And he goes, it's true. At no point in my learning did I ever end up in debt. In fact, I was always making money. I was always earning as I was learning because I was under mentorship or something like that. We need a system like that. And that really inspired the whole growth of Genius Group, where on Genius U, you earn something called Genius Entrepreneur Merits, which are gems. And you get your personal AI genie that guides you based on what you really love and where you want to go. And as you're earning these gems, rather than what happens if you go to high school or you go to university and you end up basically getting credits, but they disappear when you actually get your diploma. In our case, and you end up in debt. In our case, you end up with credits, which are effectively online currency, which allows you to not only just be earning, but you can already be spending that on more mentors, on the programs that you can be running. And so you effectively are leaving with diplomas that actually have got putting money in your pocket at the same time.
I'm ready to sign up. I'm ready to do this. How do we do that? I'm ready to get into the Genius Group. How do we do it?
So our URL is geniusu.com. So it's just genius and then u.com. And when you go there, you take a very simple personalized test. You join in at whichever level you happen to be. And while we've been talking about students, this also goes for adults as well. So as an example, in the US, in fact, in Las Vegas, the person who's running right now our Genius School, her name is Sandy Herrera, and she used to work with Zappos. So Zappos is like a very well-known entrepreneurial company that got bought over by Amazon. And when she got involved, it was because Zappos is all about happiness. And she's like, every child should go to school, also really learning about happiness. What was great about that relationship is that once she actually left Zappos and started up Genius School, Zappos came in to sponsor the camps that we actually run with the kids. So it means that everyone wins because, at the end of the day, in the same way that many people leave school and they're like, what kind of job should I have? And I don't know where to find that job. You also have many companies who say, hey, I really want to find the right people who've got the right skill sets to work with us. So we kind of link it all together. And that really allows everyone to be part of it. So whether you're in a company already, whether you're getting started, just go to geniusu.com and you'll find the path that's right for you.
Roger, you're awesome. I got to have you back. I got to wrap up now, but I got to have you back down the line here. So thank you for joining us. It's the Genius Group. Look at that good-looking guy right there. Didn't I tell you? No good-looking guys, all right? Good-looking and smart guys. We'll have to fix that. Roger, thanks for joining me this morning.
Great to be here. Thanks a lot.